All right, so we're going to go here from the, well, this is kind of like the general form of an equation of a circle, but it actually makes it equal to 0. So that's okay if it's equal to 0. I mean, if I had, let's put an integer here. Why not? You know, let's make it plus 9 equals 0. Okay, that's a little bit more complicated general form, not that much. Okay. So if I want to complete this square, which I know that I'm going to have to do, if I'm going to go from general form to standard form, I'm going to have to complete the square somewhere along the line. But if I'm going to complete the square, on my quadratic part of it, my a has to be equal to 1. You got to remember that. Form of a quadratic expression. ax squared plus bx plus c. If I want to complete the square, I have to make my a equal to 1, which means I'm going to have to divide every other term by a. As messy as it might get, I got to divide every term by a so that I can just have x squared. So this I need x squared plus b over ax plus c over a. But I got to have my x squared with my coefficient of 1. Are we okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, I made that totally clear. So I have a 3. That's a problem. Okay. No, I'm going to rewrite this. I'm going to rewrite this equation. This will be a 3y squared. Okay. So I have a 3x and a 3y squared, right? How am I going to get it so that they're just? Because I know I'm going to have to complete the square. I know I'm going to have a quadratic. What am I going to do to get them to be 1? Divide the whole shebang here by 3. Divide this by 3. So I'm going to have x squared plus y squared minus 2x plus 4y plus 3 is equal to 0, because 0 divided by 3 is 0. Now I'm feeling a little bit better, because I got my x squared and my y squared, they both have a coefficient of 1. But now I need to kind of regroup these things. So I'm going to move my x's together and my y's together. So I'm going to have x squared minus 2x plus y squared plus 4y plus 3 equals 0. So I've kind of grouped them together a little bit. We happy about that? I'm happy about that. Yes?
I have a question. If you scroll up to the top, you're like the original equation. Why was this? Oh, you changed it.
Yes, I did. I added a 3 in there.
Sorry.
Because if I hadn't done that, then we would be here for another extra 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't want to take that time.
Yeah, okay.
Okay? So, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to rewrite this thing so that I can easily complete the square and not have a lot of problems. So I'm going to rewrite it x squared minus 2x plus blank plus y squared plus 4y plus blank. I'm going to move my 3 to the other side is equal to negative 3 plus blank plus blank. I have these 2 blanks, so I'm going to add them to the left side. I'm going to have to add them to the right side. So I took my constant, I moved it over to the right side to get going here, and now I can just complete the square on these 2 things. So if I want to complete the square here, remember completing the square is b divided by 2 squared. So my b here is 2. If I divide 2 by 2, I get 1. So this is going to be x squared minus 2x plus 1 squared, which is 1. Agree with me there?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is going to be, that was my blank. This is going to be y squared plus 4y. 4 divided by 2 is 2. If I square 2, that's going to give me 4. Plus 4 that was my blank over there, and that is equal to -3 plus 1 plus 4. Because I added them on this side, I got to add them on this side. The whole purpose of completing the square is so that I can now have this nice square thing that's going to resemble the standard form. So this is going to be x minus 1 squared plus y plus 2 squared is equal to 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. Standard form. HK radius hooray. Like that? I like it too. I like it. Right. So if you're confused on completing the square,